Please give your attention to the screen while we honor Rabbi Aaron and Rabbi Margie Glatt.
It has really been a privilege to serve together with Rabbi Glatt within the rabbinate team of the Young Israel of Woodmere. His dedication to our shul is really incredible. One of the things that stand out is his selfless dedication to Talmud Torah, his unbelievable commitment to seeing that Torah is studied by members of our community, not just once a week, but on a daily basis. And that commitment to Yomi, whether it's Daf Yomi or Mishnah Berurah Yomi, day in, day out, 7 days a week, is something that's rather amazing when you think about the years that Rabbi Glatt recently had. The challenge that he had to navigate this COVID crisis as a physician, a leader of his hospital, a rabbinic leader for our entire modern Orthodox community, and yet all those daily Torah activities of teaching on a daily basis went continuous without any stop. It's almost beyond comprehension, that level of dedication, but it really is just one aspect of Rabbi Glatt expressing that value of Talmud Torah that needs to be in everyone's life. And this evening is just a small way of expressing the hakaras hatov that's owed to him for his dedicated efforts.
To me, it's almost uncomfortable that we're honoring Rabbi and Rebbetzin Glatt this evening. You see, the reason why I feel that way is because I'm not sure that Rabbi Glatt's involvement in all that happened throughout the pandemic is so unique. This is who Rabbi Glatt is. This is who he was way before the pandemic, a dedicated servant of the Jewish people. Somebody who loves the community so much and is willing to give of his time and his effort and his energy to help anybody that he can, be a member of our shul or a member of any other shul or any community, be it a Jew or a non-Jew. Rabbi Glatt responds to their emails, he takes the inquiry, he takes it seriously, and he gives them his time, whether he knows them or he doesn't, whether he's familiar with their specific family situation or not. Rabbi Glatt is just a selfless person who is forever giving to others.
Rabbi Glatt really exemplifies what it means to live life as a Torah Mada Jew. During the day, he is a physician of the highest order, leading a major hospital in our community. And then the rest of the time, he's our associate rabbi. And he fuses together the worlds of medicine and halacha, not only in terms of helping other rabbis and guiding communities, but he's so approachable to each shul member when they're going through a particular medical crisis.
It is not a coincidence that he gives a daily shir on the Daf, the Mishnah Yomi, the Mishnah Berurah Yomi, just a tremendous sense of consistency. Everything he does is with a sense of consistency. And that is something that I find is so inspiring about how he leads his life, about how he tries to educate all of us and inspire all of us to lead our lives. And it's something that our shul is incredibly indebted for his ongoing dedication that seems to be boundless, that seems to be endless, and that is just with such a sense of mission and passion and dedication for all that he's willing to give to others.
Rabbi Glatt is a leader, but he's also a friend and an inspiration. Our collegiality as a rabbinic team allows us to learn from each other and to establish bonds of friendship. Rabbi Glatt has been there for myself personally, for our family. We had COVID, somebody in the family in the hospital. Rabbi Glatt was there. He called again, he visited. And as a person, he is an inspiration to all. One of the beautiful things to see for the Glatt Mishpacha is 3 generations here at Young Israel of Woodmere. To see Rabbi and Rebbetzin Glatt surrounded by their family, children and grandchildren, particularly when the grandchildren come up to Rabbi Glatt's seat, surround him. You get to see a different vantage point of Rabbi Glatt as the leader, the rabbi, the doctor, the inspiration, but also as a parent and as a grandparent, as a beloved Zaida, and of course, Rebbetzin Glatt as well.
One of the things that makes the Young Israel Woodmere unique is that each Rebbetzin contributes in her own way to some aspect of shul life. It's not just that they are here as being the spouse of the rabbi, but they are involved and engaged in an area of work that enhances the shul. A number of years ago, the conversation turned to, well, what is our shul doing for the young people who are looking to start shidduchim, or are already involved in trying to find a mate? Rebbetzin Glatt got involved in creating YIW Meets, a wonderful project that has been involved in spearheading Shabbatons, lectures, programs, events, and it's really due to her determination to try and do whatever she can to try and advance the lives of our young people. And she does this together with a wonderful committee that she has worked with for almost a decade. It's really a testimony to her efforts to bring more Jewish families into the world.
So although many in the community who do not have children who are in shidduchim may not have had the opportunity to interact on an intimate level with Rebbetzin Glatt, I, as all of you know, do not have children who are in shidduchim yet. My oldest is 11, but we have had the privilege, Rena and I, have had the privilege of interacting with Rebbetzin Glatt and watching the incredible work that she does with the population in our shul that needs so much of her assistance, and just all the initiatives that she's been involved with. It's just so good to know for all of us that there's somebody out there who's advocating for our children and her investment, not only in our membership, but in so many others in the community as a whole who need her help and who need her assistance.
Adina and I thank Rabbi and Rebbetzin Glatt for being leaders, mentors, inspiration, and we wish you continued nachas, in good health, as you continue to lead and inspire. And we're sure that this playground dedicated to the memory of your mothers, Aleim HaShalom, will be a source of happiness, mirth, and laughter for your family and the entire Young Israel family.
The first time I met Rabbi Glatt was on the basketball court about 30 years ago when we first moved to the neighborhood, and he was a regular in one of the weeknight games. And I have to tell you that his hook shot was unstoppable. I know he likes to speak about that every now and then and remind us, but it was absolutely unstoppable. And I remember in between games, he would be sitting on the side, he would be learning, and I didn't know who he was. And eventually we got to know each other, we became friends, and he got involved in Young Israel, and it was just wonderful to see the passion that he displays for Torah learning, the passion he displays for the community. I saw it first on the court, but he is just a wonderful friend and guiding light here in Shul. I know that the other Rabbanim from around the community rely on him very much for his vast array of knowledge. Rebbetzin Glatt is a perfect match for Rabbi Glatt. They have boundless energy. They are dedicated to the community. They are dedicated to the members of our shul. Rebbetzin Glatt has led our Shidduch initiative for many years with her wonderful team, and they've had a lot of success. The two of them together are truly what the community is all about, and we are just lucky to have them as part of our staff and as part of our family.
The Glatts are truly an extraordinary couple, and it is so fitting that they are the guests of honor at this year's dinner. I wish them mazel tov, and that they should see much health and happiness in the years ahead.
So the award for Rabbi and Rebbetzin reads as follows. Presented to Rabbi Dr. Aaron and Margie Glatt, guests of honor. You have enhanced our rabbinic staff with your dedication, teaching, and drushas. Your selfless devotion to engaging others in daily Torah study and in building Jewish homes is praiseworthy. With gratitude for your invaluable leadership and guidance of the Jewish community during COVID, and with appreciation for dedicating the Anna Glatt and Ethel Korn Bubby's Garden in memory of your beloved mothers. Youngers of Woodmere, May 15th, 14 ER, 61st Annual Dinner.
I'm not going to speak or say even the Dvar Torah. Margie and I just wanted to express our tremendous thanks to everybody for supporting this wonderful institution, this wonderful shul, and this wonderful dinner, and giving cover to my mother, Mrs. Anna Glatt, Shalom, and to my mother-in-law, to Margie's mother, Mrs. Ethel Korn. Thank you so much.
Please give your attention for a very special message from the Glatts.
So it's our pleasure to honor our parents tonight at this dinner. It's not honoring Margie and me, it's really honoring my mom specifically and her mom specifically, and also our fathers as well. The excitement of a dinner really to us was that we would have this opportunity to give special tribute to our special mothers. We each were raised in a family that was a loving, wonderful family, and everything that we have is really due to our parents.
Yeah, it's our moms and certain traits of their personalities that we like to reflect upon. Both of our mothers were very different. Well, we're very different.
They were very different and we're different, but that's good. That's not a bad thing.
Our moms were very different, but now as we get older, you look back and you see what traits they had that went through you, and part through me, but then down to the grandkids and our children. And it's your mom's strength, unbelievable strength and fortitude, and her resilience and her ability to overcome being a Holocaust survivor. Well, she didn't really ever overcome that because that was part of her persona.
It didn't define her, but it made her who she was. I never met a woman or a man who was as tough as my mom. And her interest really was always in the children, her grandchildren, her great-grandchildren meant everything to her.
Right, and a lot of our children, grandchildren have that, well, I guess perseverance, whether they're 3 years old or 30.
The strength of her character, her ehrlichkeit, her ethics, her deep love of God, despite everything that she went through, her emunah shlema. These are characteristics that I look up at and adore.
My mom grew up in Pittsburgh with a great family, moved to New York.
And they stayed from, despite going through the Depression, and despite Margie's mom and mother-in-law not having a yeshiva background, yet she was a religious woman, and she married my father-in-law, let him live and be well, Rabbi Marshall Korn, and
Musmach of YU.
And they had a wonderful marriage, really an example of what a wonderful, happy marriage should be.
But my mom was happy and had this inner vivaciousness, the laughter and giggles in a silly sort of way.
She was a very smart lady.
She was bright.
And she loved her grandchildren.
That she did. Yeah.
They both did.
They both did.
And this is not to exclude both of our fathers. My father, Oliver Shalom, also had a tremendous impact on me and on my siblings and our children, our grandchildren, and Lahavdo ben Chaim l'chaim, we're blessed to still have Margie's father with us, Rabbi Marshall Korn, and may he live and be well for many years to enjoy everything that he has created and everything that he has done to help support our beautiful family. I've been very blessed at the Young Israel to have had the most wonderful rabbinical colleagues, and I would say all of them are mentors to me. Of course, worked very closely with Rabbi Billet, Shlita, and the current Rabbi, the Marda As, Rabbi Axelrod, Shlita, then we had Rabbi Wolf, we had Rabbi Shai Schechter, and we just have a great group of Rabbanim that have taught me so much and have allowed me to give shiurim and allowed me to grow spiritually as best as I possibly could. And I know Margie has been so involved with so many different things in the community and with the specifically with the Shidduch initiative at the shul, which is such an important thing to help grow the shul. We want more couples to be made. We want more couples to join the shul, and Baruch Hashem to have more children. The importance of having more children in Glatt Yisrael is something that my mom taught us from the Holocaust. That those 1.5 million children that never had the opportunity to have families and lives of their own, we have an obligation to replace them, to bring in as many nefashos as we can.
I think both our moms, any background, any bubby, any grandma would appreciate having a playground for grandkids to play at and with at the shul. I think it's great, and that's why we both are very happy and excited to lend our names and lend really our moms' names to building this playground that the Young Israel could use.
Right. It's something I think the shul really needs, and I hope and thankful for everybody for supporting the building of this beautiful playground. The playground, I think, is the wonderful icing on the top of the cake.
Hi everybody, Mazel Tov to my daughter Margie and Aaron on this auspicious occasion. And thank you for honoring my wife, Ethel. I'm sure she would have loved this, especially a playground for children. Hope's all well with all of you, and you have many, many more great dinners like this. Shalom.
Both my Bubby Glatt and my Bubby Korn helped build Yiddishkeit in America. From my Bubby coming from the horrors of Auschwitz and my Bubby Korn coming from a small town Pittsburgh, they both faced many challenges, and yet they overcame them to build beautiful families steeped in Torah, Avodah, and Gemilas Chasadim. My parents have continued their legacy and have built a home on Torah, Avodah, and Gemilas Chasadim. We're very fortunate to have benefited from all the kindness that they showed to us, and the community as well has benefited from all their acts of chesed and Torah. We are really honored to be here and so happy the shul has recognized them in such a beautiful honor. We just want to say to them, Mazel Tov, Bubby and Zaidu.
Mazel Tov, Bubby and Zaidu. We love you.
Mazel Tov, Bubby and Zaidu. This was not the first time we tried doing this take, but we love you guys so much and are so proud of all the things you do for the Jewish community at large. Mazel Tov, Bubby and Zaidu.
Mazel Tov, Bubby and Zaidu. We love you so much, and we are so proud to be your children and grandchildren. We love you.
Mazel Tov, Mom and Dad. We're so proud of you for this well-deserved honor. We're so excited. You guys have brought peace and happiness to this community for so many years, and it's only fitting that now you're going to be bringing us a park as well. You have always run to fill needs of this community, and this community has needed a park for so long. We can't wait to play there every Shabbos with the kids and with you. It's going to be the best time ever.
Congratulations, Mom and Dad. I can't think of anyone in the world who's more deserving of this honor than you guys. As your only children who live close by in walking distance, I can't wait to go walk with you on Shabbos to the new playground with my kids, to watch them play with you on it. And I appreciate everything you've done for us, taking care of me for 30 plus years, and as well as taking care of the community for 30 plus years.
Mazel Tov, we love you.
Mazel Tov.
Margie and I are truly blessed to be here tonight, really giving hopefully tremendous kibud alva aim to our parents. I hope they're shepi nachas in Shemayim, on the wonderful children that we have, the wonderful grandchildren we're blessed with, B'li Ayin Hara, King Yirbu. We want to thank everybody for supporting this wonderful shul, this true, wonderful institution, the Young Israel of Woodmere, which has been led so ably on the lay side by the presidents and the administrations. We've had such wonderful dealings with every single group of leadership. Rabbi Danny Frankel, now Steve Myers, really lead a great lay leadership that works so well with our wonderful rabbis.
And Rebbitzins.
And of course the Rebbitzins.
Who have become good friends, each and every one of them.
Absolutely. And we have so many wonderful friends in the shul. We have so many people that we enjoy davening with, socializing with, being together at various shul functions. And we thank everybody for supporting this shul. That's the bottom line. We didn't take an honor tonight for ourselves. We did it only on the condition that it's really honoring our parents. But we also did it in the hope that it would spur people to support the shul.
The shul and the playground.
And the playground.
Right.
And the hope is that the shul will continue to grow, B'ezras Hashem, in Yerushalayim HaBenuyah. And they're going to take that shul along with the playground right up to Yerushalayim. And B'ezras Hashem, I look forward to seeing many, many of the shul members, children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, Kenai Nahara, playing there.
That concludes the program. I would like to just close by just letting everybody know that tonight's dinner goes down as the most successful dinner, both financially and in attendance, which is a real testament to our guests of honor, the Glatts, the cooks, and everybody out there. Thank you for your continued support, and enjoy the rest of the evening.